I'm sorry to say, but it's your fault. Everything that goes wrong in your marketing, ultimately, the responsibility rests with you. If you're a business leader, without any question, it's on you. And the reality is that the biggest reason it's probably failed is because of you. That's why ultimately it's your fault. Now, we can feel bad about that. We can throw a pity party and we can get all miserable and depressed and down about it, or we can own it and do something about it. And I'm going to show you how you can fix it, actually. There are two primary reasons why we have to take responsibility for our marketing when it's suboptimal. We certainly want to take responsibility for it when it's optimal, and when it's doing really well, the numbers are great, loads of conversations, lots of pipeline, everyone's full of energy and beans. We take responsibility for it then. And so we have to take responsibility for it ultimately when it's not performing up to scratch. So there are two big reasons ultimately. The first is that we fear pressure and we fear judgment. We fear judgment, and we often call that imposter syndrome. Imposter syndrome means that we are afraid of being found out. Maybe we don't know everything we think we know. Maybe someone will disagree with us. And so the fear of judgment means that we shrink back and we do less. Let's not talk about our product that way. Can we really confidently say we are X, Y, and Z? What if somebody disagrees with us? What if people start a social media campaign saying we're terrible? The reality is it very rarely happens as long as you're telling the truth. As long as what you're saying is true, how can it be wrong? People can disagree with you. Great. Have a really big discussion about it online. That's really great for your marketing. Have a really engaged, ego-free discussion about your product, other products in the market, where the market's going, what the services that you provide and the benefits and why it stacks up, and the social proof that demonstrates that people love what you do and they get great value from it. And accept that not everybody's going to agree with you. Not everybody's going to get value out of what you do. It's not possible to please everybody. I'm often, if you're ever in my presence and company, you'll hear me say, even Mother Teresa had enemies. Well, if even Mother Teresa can have enemies, what hope is there for your marketing in terms of it being perfect for absolutely everyone? Well, the reality is it's not going to be perfect for everyone. So you have to get beyond the fear of judgment. You have to get beyond the imposter syndrome. And there are loads of people out there way better and more qualified than me, that talk about imposter syndrome all the time. Kim Platt talks about it. She is an imposter coach. She will help people suffering from imposter syndrome deal with those specific issues. Comment below on this video if you want to connect with Kim. I'll tag her in. The bottom line is imposter syndrome is a killer, and it definitely holds back your marketing. But that's your fault. You have to own that. So I'm judging you, and I'm throwing down the gauntlet and saying, what are you going to do about it? So that's the first thing that holds back your marketing, and that's why you're probably the biggest marketing fail for your business. The second is the flip of that, because the opposite of the imposter syndrome is the superhero syndrome. And the superhero syndrome is really about fearing pressure. Because if we are a superhero, if everybody needed us, it would be insane. I'd be under so much pressure. I'd probably screw up. Imposter syndrome creeps in. What if people found they didn't like me? The pressure leads to judgment, fear. So that fear of pressure often keeps people sat in a quiet corner, serving the small number of customers they have. I've actually had a client actually tell me, when we got down to it, a marketing strategy session was in full swing, and when we got down to it, actually the reason why their marketing wasn't effective was because they were afraid to move forward and make it effective. Because if it got really effective, what if they got busy and couldn't cope? Two things. First of all, it's very rare that happens, because generally growth tends to be organic, because you do what you can cope with. You put your prices up, or you become more discerning and you push other people away. And the second part of that is that, oh, what a lovely problem to have if it does happen. I mean, let's be realistic here. If I suddenly became oversubscribed, thanks, Daniel Priestley, I would deal with it. Of course, it's fantastic to have that much custom and revenue on the table in front of me, and I can solve problems with revenue. Of course I can. If I've got customers coming in and I can't serve them, I will expand, albeit quickly. Lovely problem to have. So there are two reasons why pressure, the fear of being the superhero, and judgment, the fear of being outed as an imposter, hold back your marketing and business growth. And the opposite is that you embrace pressure and judgment. Put yourself out there, make big statements, as long as they're true. Have an opinion, as long as you genuinely feel that and back it up. Don't just say things, don't just start a fire in a crowded theatre, but equally embrace the pressure. Seek judgment, because when people see you putting yourself in the fire and standing through it, nothing says I want to buy from you more than when you buy from you, when you back yourself. So your marketing needs to back you. Everything in your business needs to back you. And you know what the most important thing is? You need to back you. You need to get past the pressure and the fear of pressure, and you need to get past the judgment and the fear of judgment. And you need to accept that if you're still in the business you're in, as long as you're telling the truth, you're fantastic at it. You must be, because otherwise the market would have made its decision and you wouldn't be in business anymore. So if you're in business, take the covers off, put on your shiniest shoes, put your hair into any shape that you like, or if you don't have hair like me, make the best of it, make it clean, and get out there, start having those debates, start having those opinions, start embracing the pressure, start embracing the judgment, and watch your business fly. Hope that helps.